So Steve came out a couple days ago, and people have constantly been asking me what I think about the character. I know I've shown some gameplay and some tech, but I do want to give my overall early opinions. Of course, these are subject to change as the meta gets developed, as people figure out how to play as Steve, to play against Steve, how, universal a lot of these setups are, like the stuff that Gimmer showed. So I just want to talk about what I think about Steve right now. But first I want to talk about how the majority of people watching this are not subscribed to my channel. So just go scroll down, hit the subscribe button. It costs you nothing, and you get notified when I upload. It really does help a lot. Just turn the red button into gray. Just come on, just do it. Also turn on notifications if you want. But anyway, let us go into first the positives of Steve. So Steve has some of the most ridiculous damage output in the entire game. He hits you with a jab at 0 and you take 50 to 70% depending on what weapon he has and depending on your fall speed and weight. This character dishes out damage so easily between the up air strings with landing on blocks in the middle, the up smash combos, just jabs across the stage into forward airs. This character dumps out damage, arguably better than any character once he gets a hit. There are so many combos and so many setups, and again, it's been less than a week, so I'm sure that more combos will get optimized and just the general game flow of this character will be optimized and people will figure out exactly what to do in what situation, which is going to make this character very scary. Oftentimes, this character does not have trouble killing between, of course, you have smash attacks, you have down air, you have up smash out of shield, which is fantastic. You have great out of shield options just in general, especially with the use of the crafting table out of shield thing, like tech, I guess it would be called. It's just really cool, and you get access to a lot of your aerials and ground moves out of shield, and of course up smash being an amazing up smash out of shield because it scoops and kills light characters at like 100 with no rage, so that definitely kills heavy characters at like 130. It's ridiculous. You have back air, you have diamond, everything. Like, this character just kills you fairly easily and fairly consistently. And if you have the time to mine, your recovery and your disadvantage is actually incredible, because between minecart and down air and his up B and of course just place block, he is really hard to pin down unless you are a character with amazing vertical burst like Zero Suit or Greninja, or just people that rush him down and don't let him get blocks in the first place. But given the fact that he has the blocks, it is so difficult to keep him like pinned down anywhere. Whether it's above you, to the side of you, it doesn't matter. It's just hard, and Steve will get back to the stage. This character also has ridiculous ledge trapping between just being close and trying to do up smash, between having TNT at the back of you with a pressure plate at the ledge and still able to cover neutral get up and jump, and just it's so scary to be against this character. Of course, then he does have the instant shield break stuff like the Gimmer video, which y'all should check out. He has a ton of combos. He's just an all-around very good offensive character. However, the first negative I want to bring up is the fact that his mobility is lacking. He's really slow in the air and not that fast on the ground, so he is going to have trouble catching up to his opponents. If he could run forward a bit easier, he would be so scary, and of course if he was faster, he'd be able to run away from pressure to make sure he can mine and get his material, because again, he does suffer versus heavy rushdown characters in my opinion. Maybe it's just because I play Pikachu and he's like really broken, because I have no trouble with Steves that I have played thus far, because they just don't have the time to get material unless I'm being very greedy with it. He doesn't really honestly have a good answer for camping either. Like, yeah, he gets material, but if it's fast camping, that can lead into confirms like, let's say, Pikachu or Pichu or even Young Link or Peach. I feel like he struggles to deal with projectiles as an approach option, because like, yeah, he can down tilt them, but it's not going to be a great option, and then you don't want to be stuck in shield as this character, and of course plusing down TNT might not be super good because it'll explode in your face. And I don't know, just like I guess he can put up a wall of like to block the projectiles and then mine, but that just loses him the entirety of the stage, which can be pretty bad considering another flaw of this character. Unless you're willing to stall below the ledge, I don't actually know how this character is supposed to get back on stage, because he doesn't really have great options from off stage except like drop down, place block, grab ledge again, which again, I don't really think the stalling is super great. Just my opinion, I think it is very flawed compared to, maybe it's just because I've dealt with melee stalling and I've dealt with planking in Brawl, that like I don't really find this as problematic as some people are scared of. So I think that it has a decent amount of flaws, again, at least for now. So I really don't know how this character is supposed to get back from ledge, and if he doesn't have iron, it is problematic to get back down because he doesn't have access to down air or doesn't have access to cart, which are really big in order for him to get down or even get back to stage or close enough that you can block and have, get your double jump back and stuff like that. Something that's neither a positive nor a negative is the fact that he is difficult to play. He is so different from every other character, between him not having to worry about attack canceling because his Nair doesn't really let it happen. You know, that's why you get like the weird reverse sword aerials, because like it just doesn't attack cancel. It doesn't function, like he doesn't have the same like short hop plus A equals an aerial. Like he doesn't have that for some reason like every other character does. He is so unique because of his ability to place blocks. He is so unique because of just how his combo routes are. It's so strange and it's so different compared to every other character that you will definitely have a lot of Steve diehard mains, but I don't think this character is really an easy pick up and play character, even compared to someone like Min Min, who Min Min is also very strange and weird, but Steve like blows Min Min out of the water in terms of that. Like it is so awkward. You know, I like characters that reward the time and the patience to solo main a strange character, because again, I think the tech that this character has is crazy high. Like there are so many different combo routes, just labbing everything between wood versus stone versus iron versus gold versus diamond, all the different added shield options, the shield break setups. Like this character has so much depth to them, and it's only been 3 or 4 days where it's still already hard to keep up with all the combo routes this character has, and I can't imagine what is going to continue to be for this character. So I'm very excited for this character moving forward. I don't exactly know where they're going to be, but of course I do have my opinions, which I'll wait a little more to say because it wants to be the end of the video, haha. I think they designed this character really smartly, actually. I really like how they kind of nerfed the range of blocks, it seems like, from the trailer, because it seemed like it was going to be ridiculous in terms of the height and the width of the blocks that you're able to place. I like how they kind of made it difficult to drop down and place a block to get rid of the very easy planking, although again, there are still variants of it. But this character just, I don't know, it seems like they put so much thought into him, because this character easily could have been like broken best character in the game, and I would definitely not say that. So I'm really glad with how they kind of like balanced and checked him while also staying true to his game, while also having a ton of crazy things that make him feel, one, like a Smash Ultimate character, but two, like a Smash Ultimate DLC character. I think Cart is one of the best side Bs in the game because it's a projectile and a command grab, and it forces people to jump like Thunder Jolt does. It is actually just ridiculous. Like the only negative is it can be reflected and also hit to like nullify the hitbox, but if Steve is behind that, he can punish you for it. And again, his punish game is ridiculous. Like if you're at a mid% in the middle of the stage and you try to hit it and you ping, and it's like, cool, jab, forward air, up tilt, up smash, and that's gonna be like 60%. Like this character just explodes damage onto his opponents, and it is ridiculous how almost easy these confirms are if you are just practice them. Like I feel like practice is going to be absolutely key for this character, and I'm very scared of those dedicated Steve mains that are going to come out like in 2021 when maybe there's a major. Like that would be great, and I'm very scared for the Steves that are going to come out of the woodwork or the diamond work, I'm not sure, and to claim their victories over some top players, because I definitely feel like it could happen. However, I do feel like this character does struggle a lot with characters that, again, are rushdown and also that are really good at getting out of combos. I think Shulk is an incredibly difficult matchup for Steve. Like, one can edgeguard, can combo, can do good damage, and of course, like, Shield Art is going to ruin a lot of the best things about Steve in terms of the damage output, because you're not going to get those combos. I think Zero Suit does great versus Steve because they have mid-stage pressure between Zero, or I guess mid-range as well, like with Zers and Nairs and stuff like that, can recover really easily, are super mobile, and can catch Steve really high up, and just when he thinks he's safe trying to mine something, it's just like, nope, you're done. I'm in your face and you're screwed. You know, I would have thought potentially Fox would do good versus matchup, but haha, those 0 to deaths are hilarious and easy, so I'm not sure about that one. But I know, again, Pikachu and Pichu do well versus this character, so I don't know. I think this character, again, I haven't played a lot of top-tier matchups yet, but I feel like they do pretty okay in a decent amount of the top-tier matchups. I didn't really struggle when I've played some Robs and some Wolves. But at the same time, I'm going to be honest, I haven't obviously played the top players of those characters, so, you know, it definitely could be a little bit worse of a disadvantage than I'm thinking of, because disadvantage can be really, really important. And again, if you don't have those resources, like resource management is going to be so important for this character more than any other character, because of course you normally have to worry about your jump and maybe your burst option and of course your air dodge, but then Steve is like, oh, I hope I have at least 9 dirts so that if I get hit off twice, I can do this particular thing. I want my iron, I want my this, I want my that. And, you know, just remembering what the order of your mining is going to be really really important. Also, I want to talk about stages really quick. Steve's mining patterns do change depending on what stage you are on, and most notably on Lilat and Kalos, you get a lot more cobblestone and iron as opposed to the lower end materials, which I think is really, really interesting. I think it makes Steve a good counterpick character because it's like, oh, I'm going to go to this stage where I want more iron and then just be able to get it really quickly on, let's say, Lilat, and then have powered materials and just a bunch of good resources, although not going to be able to block as much because you're not going to have the dirts and the woods that you would normally want for that type of thing. You know, I don't think this is problematic at all. Of course, he does have a way to fix it and get some more iron on, I think it was like Smashville Town and City and Pokemon Stadium by placing a TNT, which I showed off in my video about the tech that he had. So he can still get some like good material, but again, I don't think it's worth like banning stages because of him, because it's kind of just a quirk of that character, kind of like how it was a quirk of Olimar in Brawl to have different percentages depending on what phase transformation of Pokemon Stadium you were on. I do think that is really just an interesting quirk of the character. I don't think it means that stages should be banned, and I don't think that more stages should be illegal. I think it just makes sense and is fine. Like, I think it's just cool. I'm glad that they thought of that in terms of like, oh, we're gonna change these things with the stages because haha, it makes sense. Like, I love that. I love the attention to detail that Sakurai and his team have put into this character, so I'm very thankful for that. So, what do I think of Steve? Currently, I think he is an amazing counterpick character. I think characters that have low mobility, that don't really have a lot of projectiles, and that get comboed really hard are going to struggle a lot versus Steve, and that's right now before there's a bunch of stuff optimized. I do think he can struggle against a decent amount of characters, but I think he is a solid high tier. I don't know where in high tier. I definitely wouldn't say top tier, so probably like in the middle of high tier / maybe even lower high tier, just because so many characters in this game are absolutely ridiculous. But I do think Steve is a threat. I do think you need to learn the matchup. You need to know a lot of the intricacies of this character so you can understand how to fight against him. So be careful if you find some on Elite Smash or on some Wi-Fi tournaments right now, or if you're not in the US, you know, some offline tournaments. So good luck versus him. Again, I will probably be putting out some more Steve content, maybe some anti-Steve content as I learn more about how to deal with it as Pikachu specifically. And yeah, that's going to be about it for this one. I hope you all enjoyed. As always, social media, Panda, and partner stuff is down below. Let me know what other Steve content you want me to make, whether it's good stuff for him, against him, whatever it can be, just let me know in the comments below. And I will see you all next time.